folks, and welcome back. So today we're here in Manchester, staying at the famous 5-star Stock Exchange Hotel just behind me. As the name suggests, the Stock Exchange Hotel is on the site of the former Stock Exchange here in Manchester. Now, it is down a pretty unassuming street, so you would potentially miss it if you weren't looking for it. But let's get inside and take a look around, come on.
The Stock Exchange Hotel is part of Marriott's Autograph Collection. And as you enter the building, you do notice how stunning it is inside. The lobby is on the small side, and at busy times this could become an issue. For me though, however, it was quiet and I was the only one checking in. To the right of the main check-in desk, you have got the lifts. Now, there are only 3 of them, but there is only 5 floors to the hotel, so it shouldn't cause any issues.
Okay folks, so we've just checked in and we are on the 3rd floor in room 303. Now we were offered a glass of champagne at reception, which I turned down, but I will go back later and pick it up. Now the doors do open behind me, so I'm going to turn around and I'm going to head out.
On exiting the lift doors, you are met by a central staircase, which isn't really in keeping with the building. Now, to get through all the internal doors here at the hotel, you will need your room card, and you just have to tap the panel like so. As I said, we were in 303, and finding the room was super easy.
Hi folks, and welcome to the room here at the Stock Exchange Hotel in Manchester. So this is just your standard double room, and it's known as the John Gass room. As you come in, you've got I was going to say bathroom here, but it's not. You've got the shower here, and we'll get to this bit as we go on. But you have got a full-length mirror here, so you can check yourself out as you head out for the day or maybe the evening into Manchester itself, so that's great to have there. You have also got some artwork on the wall as well from the days when this used to be the Manchester Stock Exchange. Yes, Manchester did have a stock exchange back in the day, and there's some artwork of it on the wall there. So into the room in general now, and as you can see, you have got a big king-size bed just here. Looks absolutely fantastic. The bedding looks really clean. It is really soft as well, so I can't wait to sleep in there overnight and let you know what it's like in the morning. Either side of the bed, you have got the bedside tables. On the left hand side here, you have got one with a phone on it. You've also got power sockets as well. You've also got USB charging sockets too, so you can charge everything, all of your devices there at your bedside table. Above that, you have got the light switches for all the lights in the room, and also the light switch for the little reading light that you do have next to your bed, and you have them on both sides and they do look stunning. On the right hand side, you have got another bedside table. That one doesn't have a phone on it, but it does have the same power sockets and USB chargers, and it also has the same light switches and the little bedside light as well, which looks fantastic. There is also a unique headboard behind the bed there. It's almost like some sort of shutter screen, and it does look like you could move the ends. You know what, let's try it out now. Will this move a little bit here? No, it doesn't. So the the headboard is in fact fixed. It does look like it should be some sort of screen, but it's not. It is fixed, but it does look very nice, and it has got a leather coating to it as well. Elsewhere in the room, you have got your tea and coffee making facilities area just over there. On the top shelf, you have got glasses, whether you want to maybe have a drink out of the minibar, maybe bring your own, or just grab a glass of water. You have got some glasses up there that you can use. Next to them, you have got a little bag of treats, and there's just some crisps and popcorn in there, which is fantastic. And there is the menu for breakfast, in-room dining, and also the mini bar and the snacks in the mini bar, and the little treats in the bag as well. Now, it's not cheap. This is a 5-star hotel at the end of the day, and that's reflected in the prices, although they're not extortionate. If you want to pay £20 for fish and chips, you can do, or £19 for a cheeseburger, which, to be fair, isn't actually that bad. I mean, it is a lot. You could go out around Manchester and find it for a lot cheaper, but in a 5-star hotel, that isn't too bad actually. Below that, you have got the coffee machine, and it is an espresso one. There are 2 little espresso cups as well there for you, and you have actually got 4 complimentary espresso pods as well. So if you fancy a coffee at any point, you can actually make them in the machine there. There are 2 bottles of complimentary water as well, 1 still, 1 sparkling for you to enjoy. Below that, and tucked away behind the cupboard doors, you have got the tea making facilities. So you've got 2 teacups in there, both looking spotless. And below that, you can pull it out and you have got the kettle and the teapot as well. On the right hand side, you have got a little drawer just above the fridge that, when pulled out, you see all the tea is in there, and you have got some complimentary biscuits as well, and some complimentary hot chocolate too. But it's fantastic, and it's all just tucked away nicely. Below the tea and coffee, you have got the fridge. It is a mini bar with beers, wines and spirits in, as you can see, and you do have to pay for them. The only thing in there that you don't have to pay for is the little glass of milk, or little bottle of milk I should say, and that is complimentary as well to having your tea and coffee. Next to the tea and coffee making facilities, you have got the wardrobe as well, and it is a massive wardrobe, and it's all nicely tucked away as well, so you can't see, if you hang your clothes up, they're behind closed doors. On top of the wardrobe, or on the top shelf, not actually on top of the wardrobe, there is a yoga mat. At least I think it's a yoga mat. It does say Core Balance on it, so I'm guessing it's a yoga mat, which is a first in any hotel room I've stayed in. So if you fancy a bit of yoga, you can do a bit here. Below that, you have got the coat hangers, and you've got loads of them, to be fair, and it is a really good space for hanging up your clothes. Next to that, you have got the ironing board, and just below, there's the ironing as well, just in case you need to do a bit of ironing. Across from that, on the right hand side of the wardrobe, is the safe, and it's a decent size normal safe with a combination lock that you'd find in most hotel rooms. Below the safe, you have got a bag containing the hairdryer and a laundry bag as well, just in case you need to do some laundry while you're here. Below that, you have got 3 empty drawers, but they're decent deep drawers, just in case you need to store anything else in the room. Elsewhere in the room, you have got the TV on the wall. It is a massive Philips TV. It's pretty close to the bed, and it is facing the bed, so you shouldn't have a problem seeing the TV from the bed. Now, I'll check out the TV overnight and report back in the verdict in the morning what it's like. Elsewhere in the room, you have got a little seat and table. If you fancy a little sit down next to the window, maybe to do a bit of reading, or just to have a coffee, to be fair, or a cup of tea, and that, which looks lovely. It's super clean and tidy, and really comfortable as well. You have also got a desk in the room as well, and it does come with power sockets next to it, so you can pop your laptop on there if you do need to do a bit of work. With the desk, you have got a lovely, comfortable chair as well. And there is a lamp on the desk, a fairly big lamp actually, that you can have on if you need a little bit of extra light. There's also a luggage rack as well, just in case you need somewhere to pop your luggage on, so that is fantastic. And one more unique thing about the room is you don't get curtains, you actually get blinds, wooden blinds. I think I'm no good with blinds. They're not called Venetian blinds. I don't know what they're called, to be fair, but you can see them on screen and you can just flip them up and down to close them. We'll see how that works overnight, see if any light does get in. It's not, so basically I'm facing another building, as you can see outside, so I can't imagine there's going to be that much light coming into the room anyway. But we'll see how having blinds or shutters get on overnight and see if it does let in any extra light. There is a hardwood floor down here in the room, and you do have a nice little rug at the end of the bed as well. The floor is actually super clean, really tidy, not sticky or anything, so that is ideal. The floor does split into a tile floor when you head into the shower area and bathroom, and if you remember me saying it looked pretty unique when I walked in, we're going to go and take a look at that now. So come on, let's head through to the bathroom. Okay, so I said it was slightly weird when we came in, and it is, the shower is outside the bathroom. So this is the bathroom door here, and then you have the shower outside here, and it does just have a little glass door that you can open like this. Now, inside, the shower does have a rainfall effect shower, and it is actually in the roof itself, as you can see. It has seen better days. It's not the cleanest. It's by no means the dirtiest I've ever seen, but it's not the cleanest. As you go down, you can see the shower is a little bit on the tiny side. There's not much room there to get your arms out, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like using it overnight and reporting back in the morning and letting you know what the shower's like. Elsewhere in the shower, you do have a handheld bit as well, so you can reach all those hard to reach places with that. There is a little shelf in there as well, and it has got Jo Malone complimentary shower products in there. So you've got your shower gel, you've got your shampoo and your conditioner as well, just in case you forget your own. Overall though, little bit of a weird setup, especially when potentially they could have put the bathroom door here and made it bigger and actually had the shower encompassed in there and just made the shower big as well. For a 5-star hotel, it looks quite a tight shower cubicle, but we'll test it out and we'll get back to you. Let's head into, I say the bathroom, it's more of a toilet then, isn't it? Because the shower's here, so it's just going to be the toilet and the wash basin in there. Let's get in and have a look, shall we? So in the bathroom, it is, I was going to say it's fairly compact, but it's actually not. You have got the toilet right here as you come in, and that looks super clean. Next to that, you have obviously got the toilet roll, and you've got a spare there as well, just in case you need it. There is a waste paper bin as well, just in case you need that, just next to the toilet rolls. Above the toilet, you have got your towels. You've got a face towel, you've got a bath towel, and you've got another towel as well. And they're on a heated radiator, just in case you want to maybe dry them. On the other side, you've got the wash basin, and it is a black wash basin unusually. I think this is the first time I've seen a black wash basin, but it looks clean. There's no cracks in it or anything, and it looks lovely. You have got this marbling effect around it as well that just makes it look a bit more luxurious. On top of the wash basin, you have got more Jo Malone hand wash and hand lotion as well for you to use, and it does smell lovely. I've already tried it. On the other side, you've got 2 glasses as well, so if you need a glass of water or something, you've got them there. Just above that, you have got some tissues and also a vanity kit and a shower cap as well, just in case you need to use them. And above that, you've got a shaving mirror, a makeup mirror, whatever you want to call it. Next to that, you have actually got the big mirror for seeing yourself when you're washing your face, or maybe, I don't know, doing some makeup or something on, whatever you fancy. And it's a really good size, really clear, really clean as well. below the wash basin, you have got another hand towel there as well, just on the rail. And weirdly, below that, you have got 2 complimentary dressing gowns and 2 complimentary packs of slippers as well. And I say weirdly because the dressing gowns are open, and they're like pushed in with the pipe work for the sink. And I just find it a little bit strange that they would be down there, because although it is relatively clean, it's still not immaculate down there. But the bathrobes are there. You could have hooks, maybe just on the side here, which you could have hung them on. And that's one thing you are missing. There's no hooks in the bathroom, and there's no hooks in the room. So if you've got a coat you want to hang up, it's going to have to go in the wardrobe. Overall, the bathroom is decent though, and that it's got some lovely tiling on the walls. And apart from the slightly odd shower bit being outside and being fairly small, the toilet and the wash basin is actually a good area, and I can't fault that. Okay folks, so a few things from spending a little bit of time in the room. You do notice on this wall, kind of that juts out here, the wallpaper is coming away in parts. You can see, and I'll show it on screen now, but you can see where it is coming away. And I know you can't refurbish the rooms or, you know, make them bulletproof, but when it's a 5-star hotel and you do pay a lot of money to stay here, these little things people are going to pick up on and not be too happy about. The other thing is, on the drawer in the wardrobe, there is a bit of leather just coming away from the seam as well, as you can see. And that as well, when you're paying a lot of money for a 5-star hotel, it's not the best thing. Also, there's no light when you come into the room. So where the full-length mirror is, there's no light above it. And there really should be, because it's very dark in that section of the room. So if you want to see what you've got on and want to see maybe how you look for the day before heading out, you do need to have the shower light on, which is daft, I know. But that is the only way you can get light into that area of the room. Everything else so far though, the room is really nice. It is a decent size. It is the smallest room they do here, as I've said. And it is the cheapest room they do here as well. But it still cost me £162 for the night. And that doesn't include breakfast or anything. It's just the room. Still not 100% sure about the shower, but I will have one later and test it out and report back in the verdict show. But I just wanted to cover a few of the little blemishes that there are in the room that you might not expect at a 5-star hotel. So one thing I did say before in the lift, that on check-in you do get a free glass of champagne. Now I was checking in early. I didn't ask for an early check-in, to be fair. I arrived here at 2 p.m. And just stopped by to see if I could check in. Check-in is normally 3 o'clock. And I could check in, but I was then heading back off. So I declined my free glass of champagne then. But you can head down. It is in the drawing room. And you can get a glass of champagne from there at any point. Now, you're only meant to have one, and it's meant to be with your check-in. But if you decline that and want to have it another time, you can do. I'm not sure how strongly they monitor if you were to have maybe a second glass or a third, you know, and spaced it out during the day or not. But it is Colette champagne, and you can bring it up to your room, which I have done. And you know what? It actually tastes quite nice as well. It is a fresh bottle. You could end up with maybe a bottle that's been sat there a little bit. They are still chilled though. And that is actually lovely. And I'm not the biggest champagne fan in the world, but that was lovely. So a little extra perk of staying here. Right folks, so one thing I will talk about as well before we leave the room and go on a tour of the hotel is this bit here. Now, it's almost like an eaves room, I want to say, and you've got two almost like dormer style windows here. Now, if you're getting out of bed on this side in the middle of the night, you could knock your head on this. Now, it is in some respects a lovely feature and just adds to the room, but when I was filming the bedside table there, I walked backwards and almost hit my head on that. So it's not going to be that safe for you necessarily. You've just got to be mindful of it, is what I'm going to say. As for now though, folks, let's go on a tour of the hotel, because this is the old stock exchange, and I do know they've got a sterling bank in the basement, which is held in the old vault area, and there is a Michelin-star winning restaurant as well attached to this called Tender. So let's go on a little walk around and see what we find. Come on folks, let's go.
On walkabout around the hotel, the first thing you notice is that each lift has its own set of buttons to go up or down, which I thought was a bit unusual, as most of the time you just have to press one and it calls any of the lifts that are there in the block. Within the lifts you do get a little bronze plate on the wall which shows you what is on every level of the hotel. Once down on the ground floor, you do have a lovely picture of the old stock exchange building on the wall. And you are into the stunning but small lobby area. The lobby area looks and feels really luxurious, and even though it is on the small side, it was never overly crowded. On the left, just before the doors, you do have the concierge area as well. On the right hand side of the lobby is where you will find the entrance to the Tender's restaurant. Now, it was closed today, but you can see it is a really big size. And once again, the architecture is stunning. It does give a real feel of luxury when you are in there. And it is a Michelin-star restaurant. There is a bar area as well, where you can sit and enjoy a drink if you want. Or towards the back of the bar area, you can also have a more informal sit down with a drink as well. Moving back into the lobby area, the check-in desk is right in front of you. However, let's head up these stairs and see where it leads to. Up here, as you can see, you've got the boardroom suite. Now, the boardroom suite is one of the hotel rooms and it is one of the suites. The hotel does feature a number of suites inside it, each named after something you would find in the Manchester Stock Exchange back in the day. As you can see again, the architecture and the restoration of this place is absolutely stunning. Just to the left of the concierge area, back on the ground floor, you have got the guest lounge, known as the Traders Lounge. And this is where you can pick up your free complimentary glass of champagne if you didn't pick it up on check-in. Elsewhere in the hotel, you do have the Sterling bar as well, and this is found in the basement. Now, it is in the old stock exchange vault, and as you can see from the doors on the outside, they've kept that old vault theme. Now, it is unfortunately closed on a Monday, so you'll have to take my word for it, but it does apparently look lovely inside.
So folks, I hope you've enjoyed a tour of the hotel. Sadly, on a Monday and Tuesday night, the restaurant Tender is closed, but you can still get room service, and that is still cooked in the restaurant itself. On a Monday night, the Sterling bar is closed as well, so unfortunately we didn't get to take a look around there, but we did see the doors to it that were locked and the safe as well, which is what you walk through to get into there. So folks, I think that's bedtime now for me. I'm going to turn in for the night, and I will see you in the morning, bright and early, for the verdict of what the stay at the Stock Exchange Hotel was really like. See you in a few hours. Bye-bye. So that's a bit annoying with the coffee, because they give you the little espresso glasses and it's actually too small for the coffee itself. Never mind, let's still hope it tastes nice anyway. Come on, let's give this tea and coffee a try. Hi and morning folks. So the big question is, how did I sleep last night and what did I think of the room here at the Stock Exchange Hotel in Manchester? Well, the bed is super comfortable. Duvets not too thick, pillows, again, not too firm, not too soft, just right. Absolutely loved my sleep last night. Got a full 8 hours, which was fantastic. Could not fault the bed at all, or the duvet or the sheets, anything. Super clean and really nice and comfortable. So were there noises from around the hotel? Well, I could hear doors shutting and I could hear people moving outside as well. Not outside, but just outside my room. Now, this is something that you get in all hotels, but when you get to the high-end luxury of 5 stars, you kind of think that that shouldn't probably be a concern. And to me, it wasn't overly. I can sleep through most things, so I wasn't put off, but some people would be. As for noises coming from people's bathrooms, I heard nothing, which is fantastic. That is what you want. So that was a real plus side. So now for what it was like with having blinds in the room and not curtains. So light did seep through a little bit, but it didn't stop me from having a great night's sleep. And to be fair, the room still was super dark. Unless you like a fully pitch black room, these should be fine for you. It is unusual having blinds instead of curtains. It's something I've not actually seen before in any of the hotel rooms I've ever stayed in. And apart from having to go and close each one of them like that, and push the slide up, it wasn't too much different. Yes, you did get a little bit of light leakage coming in, but as I said, it didn't trouble me. On to the bathroom now, folks, and yes, the toilet and the wash basin did work fantastically well, and that little space is actually a really good size. You've got plenty of room to move around in, and everything in there works perfectly. The Jo Malone hand products smell lovely as well. You've got the little shelf above the toilet just to pop your toilet bag on, which is fantastic. One part of the bathroom I didn't like though was the shower. Now, I had a shower last night, and as you saw, it is technically not in the bathroom, it's in the room. And part of me wonders why they didn't just partition off the wall as soon as you come in and make a bigger bathroom and have the shower in the bathroom. Surely that makes more sense. Plus points were the shower was actually bigger than I thought it looked, so I didn't have any problem knocking my elbows on the side or anything, which was fantastic. On to the issues with the shower though now. And number one is there is nowhere to hang your towel. Yes, that's right. You've got nowhere outside the shower to hang your towel, which is just strange. I mean, this is a 5-star luxury hotel at the end of the day. Now, I hung mine on the door handle that goes into the bathroom, but it just feels like a missed point. Whoever designed the room was clearly having an off day. Now, when the rainfall shower comes on, it pretty much fills the entire shower, so there's nowhere to hide in it. So normally you'll switch on the shower before you get in, make sure it gets up to temperature, make sure it's not too hot or too cold. With this one, obviously if you do that, the rainfall shower is massive, and then once you're in there, it's constantly getting you wet. So if you want to rub maybe the body wash onto yourself and that, it's literally just washing it off as you're putting it on. You can switch to the hand-held shower, which I did, and that does help with the issue. However, the rainfall shower still does drop on your head from time to time, which was fairly annoying. Speaking of the little bottles of body lotion and also shampoo, that is another annoying factor. So you put the shower on, you get in, you get wet, you've then got to try and open those little bottles, and they are super hard to open when your hands are wet. Top tip, open them before you get in, or bring your own that doesn't have that problem. It is also hard to dry yourself in the shower as well. Obviously, you've got to open the door, come out, grab your towel off the, well, wherever you left it. I then went back into the shower and dried myself, but there isn't loads of room in there. You can't dry yourself properly, so then you've got to come out and dry yourself. There is a bath mat, but it's a 5-star hotel at the end of the day. It's just not what you expect. And the only other place I have had a shower in the room is the Ibis Budget Hotel. And if you haven't seen that one, I'll pop a link to it on the screen now, because it wasn't great. And the shower was, it just was a bit weird being in the room. And this is a bit the same. I just don't understand it. It's just not great. One plus side of the shower though was that they do have these super simple buttons in there to turn on the shower. So you've got a button for the rainfall bit, and you've also got a button for the handheld bit. And if you want, you can have them both pushing at the same time, and water will come out of everywhere. I thought that was actually really great, because it avoided all that fiddling around with the little dials to try and make the water come out and see which one does what. So top marks on that one. And also no steam came into the room, which is always a bonus. So another annoyance of the room is that there is no bin next to the tea and coffee making facility. So if you pop a little tea bag into the teapot, when you have used that, you then need to empty the teapot, and you've got to go into the bathroom and put the tea bag in the waste paper bin in there. It also means any wrappers, so maybe for the tea bags or for the biscuits, you also have to do the same. It'd be so easy just to have a little bin on the tea and coffee stand where you can just put your used tea bags or wrappers in as well. Something that you'd expect in a 5-star hotel. So let's do a quick recap, folks. So this is the John Gass room. It is the smallest of the rooms here at the hotel, and it is named after one of the founders of the Manchester Stock Exchange. Now, this is just a double room. It's the basic double room, and it is actually a really good size. I can't fault the size of the room. I did have a great stay as well. The bed is super comfortable. The TV works perfectly, apart from the guide on it, so I guess it's not perfectly, but the TV works well. The tea and coffee making facilities are fantastic. You get a great choice, and it does feel luxurious. The room itself is very comfortable, and I've enjoyed my time here. Yes, the shower is annoying, and also there are blemishes and rough spots around the room where you can see just wear and tear. And for a 5-star hotel, that's a little bit disappointing. So I paid £162 for my room tonight. It was the cheapest I could find it as well. Breakfast is not included in that. You do just get the room. You do get a complimentary glass of champagne though when you check in. And you do get complimentary water and tea and coffee and biscuits as well, which is great. So folks, that just leaves me with, would I stay here again? And although the bed was super comfortable, and I had a great night's sleep, for £162, I probably won't stay here again. Now, that was the cheapest I could find in the hotel. This is just your basic double room here at the hotel, and it is a good size, but if you want something a bit bigger, prices do go skywards. Now, for one of the top suites in the hotel, you're looking at paying close to £800, if not more, for the night. Now, I think that's definitely too steep. If it's anything like this room, which obviously it wouldn't be, it'd have a suite, but what I mean is if it was looking a bit tired, wallpaper coming away from the wall, the leather coming away, I imagine the shower is probably in the bathroom for that much, then I'd be disappointed, because in a 5-star hotel, you always want the best. So you're a bit more picky with some of the stuff in the room. As I said, I have had a good stay here, and if the price was cheaper, I would stay here again. But at £162 upwards, it's a no from me. Now, I have got another 5-star hotel in Manchester with the review coming next week. So we will see what that's like and compare it to this one and see which one's better and where you are getting value for money. As always, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please stick a like on it. Please subscribe. It's free for you to do. And please comment on the video as well. That would just be fantastic and would just help push the channel and the video. As always, I'm going to leave it there and just say happy travels, folks, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.